Hey guys, so I originally wanted to film this video a few weeks ago because I wanted to share my fall beauty essentials, but somehow time just flew by and the middle of November is right around the corner and 2020 has been the weirdest year. I feel like I never know what day it is, what week it is. So anyway, I thought I would just combine the videos and do my fall and winter beauty essentials and share the products that I've been loving over the past few months and then also the products I'll be reaching for as the weather changes and gets a little bit colder. I have a lot of drugstore products to share with you guys, as well as some high-end products that I do think are worth the money. And I have makeup and skincare as well. So let me know in the comment section below if you guys switch it up, if you reach for different products during the winter time. I typically do reach for more moisturizing products, and I have some things that I'm excited to use. So let's jump into it. So the first product I want to share with you guys is something that I've loved for years, and I do think it works very, very well, but it's a little bit more expensive. So if you guys have any drugstore alternatives, you'll have to let me know because I haven't really found anything at the drugstore that performs like this product, but it is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. Now I know some people say this is a little bit of a gimmicky product, but I don't know. I see a difference when I use this product. I do use some moisturizing skincare products, but sometimes there's a gap in between when I do my skincare and then when I go back in to do my makeup. So when that happens, I love this product because it just refreshes my skin and allows me to kick things off with a really moisturized base. So the rest of my makeup goes on so nicely. Sometimes I'll use this product on its own, and then sometimes I'll go in with another primer on top and kind of target certain areas of my face, but I love how this applies. I love the way that it makes my skin look and feel, and it almost just wakes my skin back up. So I am a fan of this, especially during the fall and the winter. During the spring and summer, I usually like something a little bit more mattifying, but I do love a really, really moisturized base during the fall and winter. So I'm a fan, but again, if you guys have any good drugstore alternatives, please let me know. So during the fall and the winter, I usually skip over mattifying primers. I might wear them if I have like a really long day ahead of me or I feel like my skin has been extra oily, but typically I reach for something a little bit more smoothing with like a slight matte feel. And this year I've really been enjoying the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This product really surprised me because I didn't expect to like it. I've told you guys that I tried the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer a few years ago, and this is something that a lot of people recommend as a dupe for the Tatcha product. The Tatcha primer did not work well for me. My foundation broke apart very quickly. It made my skin look super oily. So I thought this was going to do the same thing, but I like this one better. Now they do have a matte version. They have the original, and then they also have a luminous version. Right now I'm really enjoying just the regular original version. I am someone who deals with a lot of texture issues because my skin is breakout prone, but I noticed that on my cheeks in particular, if I use certain products, my skin will just look a little bit more textured. And something like this is so nice because it just kind of glides over any unevenness and it makes my skin look a little bit more smooth. And if you deal with large pores, this will kind of fill in those pores and blur them a little bit. And that's been really nice for me because I feel like I haven't been reaching for as much of a full coverage foundation these days. So this is definitely something that I will continue to reach for over the next few months. If you watch my videos regularly, you're probably annoyed by how much I talk about this foundation, but it has been such a staple for me this year, especially during the fall season. And it's really going to be the main foundation I reach for heading into the winter as well. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Foundation. This foundation looks amazing on the skin. It really has like this natural luminosity to it, but it's not overly glowy. I don't typically love a lot of dewy foundations because they make me look super oily, and I have really oily skin, so that's something that I try to avoid. But I really like this one because it looks very skin-like, but it provides a good amount of coverage. I would say that it's a nice medium coverage foundation, but it also wears so well throughout the day. A lot of hydrating foundations tend to break down on me. They'll settle into wrinkles and fine lines. This one sits so nicely on top of the skin, and it just wears really gracefully throughout the day. So even by the end of the day, when my skin is oily and my foundation has worn off a little bit, you can't necessarily see where the foundation starts and ends because it is more of a skin-like finish and texture. I do have a full review and wear test, so if you guys want to see what this foundation looks like on the skin, how it wears, I'll link that video below. But this is without a doubt the perfect fall and winter foundation for me. As for eyeshadow palettes, I did do a full video on my favorite eyeshadow palettes for fall. So for today's video, I wanted to mention 3 palettes I'll really be focusing on during the winter season. The first one is a little bit of a newer palette, and this is a palette that I like the more that I use it. This is the Urban Decay Stone Vibes palette. So I did do a full review on this, which I'll link in the description box below. I think I did 1 or 2 looks. So if you want more info, you can check out that review, but I've really been enjoying this. I do have this on my eyes today, along with another palette that I'll talk about, but this is the palette that I have all over the lid. I love to use this as more of an accent palette because it has amazing shimmer shadows, and I love shimmer shadows. Matte shadows are great. I like to use them, but it's not a formula that I get super excited about because I feel like there are so many good staple matte shadows out there, but a nice, like beautiful, wet looking shimmer is the best. So I do have this shimmer all over the lid, and then I topped it with this one. I have a little bit of like this satin purple in the outer corner and on the lower lash line as well, but I can't stop reaching for this palette, and every time I wear it, I get a lot of comments asking me what I'm wearing because I think this palette looks amazing on the eyes. I do love jewel tones. I love cooler tone shades, so I feel like this one is perfect for the upcoming winter season. I know that a lot of you guys have purchased this and you enjoy it. Some of you are on the fence about it. It is a limited edition palette, so truthfully, I feel like it will go on sale at one point or another, and then it might be worth considering. But I do think if you love shimmers as much as I do, you would be able to get a lot of use out of this, and I can't get enough of it. I think I like it more now than I did when I initially got it, and I even liked it back then. Now, as much as I love colorful eyeshadow, sometimes I just want like a staple neutral eyeshadow look. So the Natasha Denona Glam palette has been one of my favorites. I am wearing a few shadows from this on my eyes today as well. If you aren't someone who wears colorful eyeshadow and you love neutrals and you tend to wear a very similar look over and over, this palette might be worth it to you because the quality is so good, and sometimes you just want a reliable formula that's going to work very well for you. The matte shadows are the type of shadows that I love to use to kind of build any look, and then you can go in with a different shimmer every single day and have something slightly different but very, very similar. And I know there are people out there that love to do that and don't necessarily want to put a ton of thought into their eyeshadow. So if that is you, this palette will not let you down. It's definitely a winter staple for me. I love cooler tones during the winter season, and this palette performs extremely well. The last palette I wanted to mention is such an underrated favorite, and this palette is just so good. I just checked the ColourPop website and it is in stock right now on the day that I'm filming this, and I think this video is going to go up like a day or two later, but this is the ColourPop Disney Villains Misunderstood palette. So again, when I look at this palette, I kind of consider it an accent palette like the Urban Decay Stone Vibes palette. And I know when some people look at a palette, they want to be able to create multiple full looks using it. And I totally understand that. But if you're someone who has, you know, good staple neutral palettes and you want to add a few pops of color into your collection, this is the palette for you, especially if you like metallic shadows, because the metallics in here are perfect. They are intense and vibrant. There are so many pretty colors to choose from. I especially love this bottom row for the winter season because you can go in with any staple brown shadow in the crease and then take one of these and it really transforms your entire look. You do get a mix of warm tones and cool tones. There are some staple matte shadows in here, but overall it is a very shimmer focused palette with a lot of pops of color. So I think that this is such a fun accent palette, and if you're looking to kind of dip your toe into colorful eyeshadow, I think you'll really enjoy this one. So I did mention this nail polish brand in my October favorites, but I have to mention it in today's video as well. I've been having so much fun at painting my nails different colors because I feel like I finally broke the habit of biting my nails, and it has been a journey. I feel like I've been trying to do this for years, but something that really helps me is just keeping my nails painted. And I hate having to repaint my nails like every day or two. I like to sit down and maybe do it once a week and then take the nail polish off and do another color. So I have been loving the brand Olive and June. They actually sell this brand at Target, but you can also purchase it directly from their website, and they make a really, really beautiful formula. Right now I'm wearing a black, which I love so much, but I'm going to do a close-up of a few of the other shades that I've really been enjoying. I have this really pretty like light pastel purple that I cannot stop wearing, and I just really enjoy the formula. So if you're looking for a new formula to try, you might like this one. I like these colors in particular for the fall season. I think they're all really beautiful, but honestly, they have a lot of fun shades to choose from. So typically during the fall and the winter, I'll usually break out like all of my deep red lipsticks or my berry tones, but this winter I've been reaching for really sheer lip products and really moisturizing lip products. So my go-to lip product has just been a lip balm. These are the e.l.f. Ride or Die Lip Balms. They are my current favorite, and I think they're perfect for the fall and the winter because they're a little bit thicker, so I feel like they really hug the lips, but they also provide a ton of moisture. I love the clear one. This one is just Mighty Mint. Mint lip balms are my personal favorite, but I also like Tough Cookie. This one is kind of like a rosy nude, but they're just nice because they're comfortable, they're moisturizing, they look nice, they do have a hint of color, and they have a few other shades to choose from, and I've just been enjoying them a lot. The other e.l.f. lip product that I've really been enjoying would be the Sheer Slick Lipstick. So originally they released a bunch of bright shades for the spring and summer, so they were some of my favorite products during that season, but then they came out with 2 new shades. So they have Golden Pear and then also Black Cherry, and these are perfect for me for the fall. I love wearing, deeper tones during the fall, but I just haven't been reaching for liquid lipsticks or even cream lipsticks as much. So this is a nice alternative because you kind of get like a hint of color, but they're very glossy, very comfortable, and they're really hydrating. You can also wear them on top of lipsticks, so if you do have more of a dry formula and you want to make it a little bit more comfortable, these are great on top of lipstick because they do provide a really glossy layer, but they're also a little bit sheer as well. The last lip product I wanted to mention is the Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Hot Chocolate. I decided to repurchase this, or I guess purchase a full-sized version of this because I did have a mini, and it's from the holiday set last year. I loved it so much that I almost used it up completely. I haven't opened this one yet, but I just got it during the recent Fenty Friends and Family sale. Anyway, this is the perfect lip gloss for me because I already love the formula, but I feel like this color goes perfectly with a lot of the eye looks that I tend to wear during the winter season. And I usually like the focus to be on the eyes, so I feel like this is a very complementary color. And at the same time, it feels great on the lips, it smells amazing, and it's just a nice, sheer, kind of like cooler toned nude shade. I feel like this video is getting a little bit long, so I just want to wrap it up with a couple of skincare products. Now, I know skincare is very personal and everyone kind of has their own preferences as to which products and brands work well for them, but typically during the winter time, I know a lot of us love to reach for more moisturizing products that tend to be a little bit more soothing and comfortable on the skin. So whether you have oily skin or dry skin, I think these will work well for you. This time of the year, I really like a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil, and I've had trouble finding a cleansing oil that isn't too heavy on my skin, doesn't irritate my eyes, but actually works well. So a lot of you guys actually recommended this Fourth Ray Beauty BFD cleansing oil, and I've been enjoying it so much. It's a very lightweight, thin oil, but it is super effective. So what I do is pump some out and apply it to dry skin, massage it in, and then also use it to remove my eye makeup, and then just go in with water and kind of wash it all away. And it does work really well to remove the majority of my makeup. If I have more of a long wearing eyeliner on, I might have to go in with a little extra or take a washcloth and kind of gently remove that. But for the most part, this works extremely well. It does leave my skin feeling very, very soft, but it doesn't irritate my skin and it doesn't irritate my eyes, which is so important. A lot of cleansing oils, cleansing balms, even micellar waters really irritate my eyes. They either sting or they're kind of cloudy after I use them, especially cleansing oils. I don't experience that with this product at all. I've really been enjoying it. So I am excited to have discovered this, and it's really been my go-to makeup remover lately. I also really like this product from Fourth Ray Beauty. This is their Soak It Up Hydrating Hyaluronic Mask. I don't typically do a lot of masking. I feel like it's just because I'm kind of lazy, and at night I always take the time to wash my face and apply my regular skincare, but I've been trying to get better about taking a few extra minutes to apply a mask once a week, and this mask is so nice. I think I tried it last winter for the first time. What's nice about this is you can actually apply it and then wipe it off after like 5 or 10 minutes, but you can also use it as more of an overnight mask or a sleeping mask. So you can wear it and then go to bed and the next morning wash your face, and your skin just looks so renewed. So if you're looking for a little bit more of a gentle mask, this is a great option whether you have dry skin or oily skin, and it really is a winter staple for me. So as for moisturizers, I do have 2 options. One is drugstore, one is high-end, although the high-end option really isn't super expensive compared to a lot of other alternatives. This one is the Milk Makeup Vegan Milk Moisturizer. This is a very rich, intense moisturizer. So if you're looking to kind of step it up and reach for something a little bit more intense than what you would normally wear during the spring and the summer, you'll like this product. At least I think so. It is a lot thicker than a lot of my typical moisturizers, but I love the way that this makes my skin look and feel. And I think that I've kind of avoided very moisturizing products over the years because I do have oily skin, and I've always assumed they made my skin look or feel more oily. But when you have oily skin, you can actually benefit from really moisturizing products as well. And this product is perfect at night because the next morning when I wake up, again, my skin just looks so incredibly hydrated. If I use this in the morning before I go in with makeup, I do feel like it's a little bit too much for me personally, but if you have dry skin, you might really like that. If you're looking for a drugstore moisturizer, I love this one from e.l.f. Mine says Hello Hydration, but I think they actually renamed it Holy Hydration, and this has been a favorite for a few years. This one is a little bit lighter and a little bit thinner than the Milk Makeup Vegan Milk Moisturizer, but it's still really effective. This is something that I could use in the morning and at night. So if you have extremely dry skin, you might want something a little bit more intense than this product, but it really is a very moisturizing product. It blends well onto the skin. It sinks into the skin as well, but it does provide long-lasting hydration, especially when you use it regularly. So I love this one during the fall and the winter when I feel like I need something a little bit more rich, but maybe not as rich as the Milk Makeup Vegan Milk. Okay guys, I think that is it from me for now. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of the fall season. I know not everyone is experiencing fall right now, so if you are heading into summer very soon, I hope that you enjoy the rest of your spring season. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I'll see you very soon with a new one. Bye.